This, Hi everyone, this is a Careers in Sports and Fitness Industry webinar. My name's Jonathan Silman and I'm the Head of School for Sports and Public Services across the group. We're just going to go through a quick introduction and then there's some questions to the panel, followed by some of the parents' questions that have come our way. And we'll follow up with an exciting development within our department about the 5-year sports strategy. So I've introduced myself. If we can go to Phil as the next person, if you can introduce yourself, Phil.
Hi, my name's Phil Hodgson. I'm the curriculum manager for the Sport and Public Services department, both at the Enfield and the Tottenham Centre.
Fantastic. Thank you, Phil. And we also have Rob. Would you like to introduce yourself, Rob?
Hi everyone, my name's Robert Murphy and I'm the Sports Development Manager from the college. I do work across multiple sites, however I'm mainly based at our Enfield campus.
Excellent, thank you, Rob. We also have Jeffrey with us today. Jeffrey, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sorry guys.
Thanks, Jeffrey. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Jeffrey. I'm the work placement officer for sports public services. I'm working on both sides, Tottenham and Enfield, but you'll definitely find me at the Enfield Sports Centre. All right.
Thank you, Jeffrey. We also have Serena. Serena, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Serena O'Connor. I'm a sports student studying sports BTEC at Enfield College.
Wonderful, and thank you for all attending. So we may have some more people join us this evening. We've got Taz there with Jeffrey. Taz, would you like to quickly introduce yourself before we start? And just unmute if possible.
So, yeah. Okay. Hi, my name's Tez. So I run Limitless Football Academy. I work in partnership with the Enfield College football program as well. So what we do is hire and give opportunities to some of the students to come and do some coaching with us. And that's basically what I do.
Wonderful. Thanks so much. So without any further ado, then I'm going to start with some of the questions that have come through already. So the first question to start with the panel would be, what success stories have there been within the School of Sport so far? So can I go to Rob to answer that first question, please?
Absolutely. So, John, just to answer that, there's been some absolutely fantastic success stories this year in terms of sport and from our academy point of view. I will do a quick run through on each one, but I suppose the major story we had this year was our college basketball team went to national championships and we actually won the national championships up in Nottingham. What that actually means is that of the college basketball teams, well, all college basketball teams, we are the best college basketball team in the whole of the UK, which is a phenomenal story. You know, the guys have worked very, very hard year in, year out, and not got there previously. So the first time we was able to take them to national championships this year, we ended up winning the whole championships again, which is an absolutely fantastic story. Just to continue with basketball as well, not only were they national championships this year, they did take a trip to Serbia to compete in an international competition, which they finished third in. So again, you know, I was very, very pleased with their performance there. Again, staying with basketball, 2 of our college basketball students have got themselves scholarships to go and study and play basketball in America for the next academic year. So again, you know, we're very, very pleased with those guys. So in terms of success stories for basketball, you know, we have had a fantastic season there. Just to move on as well to netball. Netball was the first year that we've been able to run our academy this year. Our netball team did also qualify for the national championships. We're very, very proud to say that they were regional champions this year. So again, the best netball team amongst colleges in the London region. We did qualify for nationals. Unfortunately, we didn't win it the same as the basketball did, but our netball team has only been together for a very, very short amount of time. So their progress this season has been quite spectacular. Just to finish off as well, this is the first year we've had a partnership with our football academy for Enfield Borough, and we have actually seen some of our own college students play first team football at a semi-professional level for Enfield Borough. So yeah, we've had some really, really good success stories this year. There's probably quite a lot I've missed, but I am conscious I don't want to take up too much time, so I'm happy to go with that.
Thanks, Rob. It's been a truly amazing year for the Sports Academies. Like you said, AOC national champions with basketball, regional champions, basketball and netball, football finishing second place in the AOC Cat 1, along with basketball as well in the leagues. And quite recently, we noticed that we're combined the top 3 in the whole of London. And our idea and plan is to be the top 10 in the UK. That's our vision.
I should have mentioned that. Yeah, we are the 3rd best performing team for all college sports in the whole of London as well, which we've come quite a long way this season. So yeah, as you say, John, it's been very, very pleasing this season.
Thanks so much, Rob. So we'll go on to the next question then, and this would be directed to Rob to start off with, and then I might go on to Phil afterwards. But why is the Sports Academy then so unique against other colleges? What's different to the other colleges, would you think, Rob?
Yeah, okay. So I know our most unique selling point in terms of what we offer is that if you were to come onto one of our college academy teams, you have the option of studying in any curriculum area. So that could be you could do a sports course, you could do construction, you could do media, you could do business, you could do hair and beauty. You could be part of one of our sports academy, no matter what qualification you're undertaking. I won't go too much more into the curriculum side because I will leave that to Phil. But other things that we offer that potentially other colleges don't is the package around the academies. This year we always offer free training kits to all of our academy students. This year our football academy are walking around in brand new Nike tracksuits this year. Netball have got their own unique training kit as well, which comes with tracksuit tops, hoodies, playing kits and everything like that. We do have a fantastic facility here, and it's a fantastic facility which is also on site, which means that the need to travel off site to use facilities in there. We've got everything on site. We've got a physio package as well, so if you are part of one of our college academy teams, you do have access to a physio to treat injuries, and also to do some prehab as well, to stop you getting injured in the first place. So we do a lot here. I say fantastic facilities, free physio package, free kit as well. I did touch on it earlier as well, but we do offer trips abroad as well, where the students go abroad. This year we went to Serbia for our basketball team. Previously our football team's been to Barcelona. Our basketball team's actually been to Barcelona as well before, but we've done a number of trips over the years. I'm going to hold back there because I don't want to hog the limelight. I'll pass over to Phil now, who can do a little bit more in terms of the curriculum offer.
Thanks, Rob. So in terms of the curriculum side, like Rob said, the main thing is that regardless whatever course you want to do within the college, if we offer it here, then you can participate in the academy alongside that course. Just a bit more regarding the sport courses that we offer. So we have 2 pathways. We have a sport pathway and we have a fitness pathway that are available for 16 to 18-year-olds. If we look at the fitness pathway first, that's a YMCA awards qualification, and that allows you at level 2 to be a fitness instructor and work within a gym. And then at level 3, if you progress onto that the following year, then you can actually become a personal trainer, and that's where you can start setting up your own business, looking to get clients, do camps and weekend clubs, whatever you want. So that's the fitness side. If you're more sort of interested in the sports side, then we have level 1, 2, and 3. And this year we're bringing in bespoke sport courses that are tailored to the academies that you're participating in. So, for example, if you're part of the football academy, then the expectation and the delivery to you as part of the sport program that you're on will be related to football. So any of the analysis, you'll be looking at your performance in football. If it's related to the practical sport units, you'll be expected to be playing and participating in the football. In terms of some of the more academic units, the expectation and the assignments will be tailored around using sporting examples, and you'll have delivery from staff that use specific examples from your academy, and the expectation is that the assessments that you produce will be bespoke to the academy that you're on. Just in regards to progression, so like I said, the fitness pathway is really looking at job opportunities and looking at the fitness sector as an employer. And then the sports side, we look at going into employment or university. So if it's university that you're looking at as an option when you leave college, then the sport course is definitely the route for you. If you're more interested in the sort of gym side, then and getting into work when you leave college, then the fitness pathway is definitely for you.
Thank you both. That's really insightful. And some of you may know that my son wanting to join next year's cohort, and two of the things that are standing out for him are that the actual pathway itself in the football provision, which goes on to, like a semi-professional football club. It's more of an opportunity than in previous years where we've partnered up with other clubs where, it's a lot harder to get into a Premier League club at this age. So the model that we're looking into now with like semi-professional clubs, I think is a lot more kind of achievable, and that's something he's looking forward to. But also about the sports scholarships. So we offer 10 of our learners a TAS scholarship, which is Talented Athlete Sports Scholarship Scheme. And that's in partnership with King's College. And that's something that we're looking to bring to as an option for our learners next year. So moving on then, we have a few more questions. We might need to go through a bit more speedily. But next question is to Serena. What is student life like for learners, having experienced it yourself?
Personally, in my experience, I was more of the mature student. So I was a little bit confused in which pathway I wanted to go down. I originally went down the fitness side, but then I realized I wanted to progress into university and work with athletes. So I then I asked Phil, which is the head of sports, and he gave me a lot of supportive advice in which route to go down to. And with that as well, the facilities of Enfield College was really impressive to me, especially when I looked around at other colleges as well. It just didn't compare. And also it gave me lots of opportunities to work as well alongside my course. So with Jeffrey, he gave me lots of experience with SV2, which are YouTubers that are in football academy and stuff like that. So I was allowed to work alongside with them with my course, and it gave me lots of experience to work in the sports industry, because in sports it can be very difficult to get involved in that sector. So I think you need to have that experience beforehand before you get into that. And also being dyslexic, having that support with the teachers. They gave me a lot of support to give me down that road in my course along the way. So I would say, yeah, definitely in student life, it was very easy going for me, especially being on my course for 2 years. So yeah.
A wonderful answer, and that leads quite nicely into the next question for Jeffrey, which is, let me have a quick look. So what careers are available then for students, Jeffrey, do you reckon, after the course is finished?
After the course is finished, they can choose quite different path that they want to follow. So you could literally go straight to university where it's broad. You can choose sports science, you can be a physio, you can do sports psychology, biomechanic, like it's very broad, and even coaching, where you would get more experience in how coaches think. So that's where the psychological thinking becomes involved. You could also go straight into a coaching job. And that's the reason why we're linked with someone like Tez. When you go and do your work experience, so you go with them. Sometimes they are very good, and they help out some of our students so much that they provide their FA level 1s and level 2s. So they could actually literally pay them money for coaching with their teams. You could also go straight on to start being a PT if you finish with your level 3 gym qualification, or if you've done with your level 2, then that's when you go into level 2 gym instructing. And all of these are provided only when you do very well in your work experiences. So I do tell the students that when you go to these work experiences, you have to show them that you are the best out of everyone else that's in there. And that's when you're done, you do get employed by these employers, because all they're looking for is someone to work with them, and they need to see that you are the best for them. And the next one that I'm doing for these students is I've actually become an agent for football, and to try and help out with the footballers that we have around, that if we have excellent footballers, their talent do not go to waste. So I'm actually looking at the step 3 football, looking at National League North and South, and also looking at National League, that we could push our excellent footballers into it, so their talent do not go to waste, and we can see the better of them in the future. Yeah.
Thanks, Jeffrey. I may need to ask you to scout me if possible, although I might be a bit too old now.
Yeah, no, I can take it to Newcastle if you want.
Tez, I know you're probably waiting to go out to your football session, so
Yeah.
quite nicely to the question I've got for you, which is, what is it like for employers in partnership? What is it like for us as an employer and yourself as an employer in partnership with the college itself?
Yeah, no, it's very beneficial for both of us, because I've been working closely with Jeffrey. He's been sending me work experience students who always are very well mannered, respectful, polite, and that's the sort of candidates that we want. Also, we work with external companies outside of Limitless, where we provide breakfast, lunchtime, and after school clubs. So if they do really well, it's not just the football coaching that they can do. We can provide them with PPA sessions, CPD sessions, and like we said, all the other clubs as well. And that's just not just in football. It could be archery, basketball, netball. So there's always opportunities for work for all students, as long as, you know, they provide and they represent themselves very well. But yeah, we've had over 40 students that we've had over in work experience, and we've been able to provide full-time or part-time work to throughout the year. So it benefits everybody.
That's brilliant, and it's wonderful to be in partnership with yourself and many other employers who can provide those opportunities for learners. Thanks very much. And going back to Jeffrey, because you've actually been a student as well, so you're a previous student, and you've been employed with the college in multiple roles. Can you give us an insight into, once you've progressed from college, where did you go afterwards, and your kind of journey and coming back?
Okay, so I started off with level 2 because I didn't get good grades in my GCSEs. But when I was here, I did see Rob come around, and Rob was a friendly guy that anyone else could approach. So I like just what Rob was very friendly. We could literally approach, and I spoke to him and I said, I really want to do work experience.
He put me along with a guy called Sean. Sean helped me out. I did work experience. And when I left for uni in 2015, I still was confused on what I wanted to do because sports was just too broad. So I wanted to narrow down my options. So I came back. I spoke to Rob that I want to do work experience. He trusted me. I worked along with him for a while. So in all, I believe I must have done about 4 years of work experience trying to show my skills and everything. So later on, the job did come out, and I think I wasn't even in contact with Rob anymore, but he did get someone to be in touch and told me to apply for it. I came to it, and because of my rapport and me knowing the college very well, it wasn't as tough for me to go through the interview and get the job. Through that, I've literally loved it because I'm using my experience to help all the students, that when you come into this place, you don't just come around to mess around. You come in to gain the experience, to learn from your teachers, and also have a great relationship with everyone that you're seeing around the college. Because one day you might need them, and they might be the stepping stone that will put you on into your next level in life.
Thank you, Jeffrey, and it's great having you part of the team.
Thank you. So
my next question will go to Phil. This has also been one of the parent questions and some of the new student questions that have been coming through, but let me go on to it. So it's what do the learners study when on a course? So probably looking at the breakdown of the units, for example.
Okay, so most of the courses, level 1, 2, and 3, have a very similar structure. So we look at it as a study program. So on the study program, you'll have a number of hours ranging from 10 to 12 hours of contact time with tutors. That's looking at completing a mixture of practical units, theoretical units, and if you're doing level 3, we do have external assessments as well. If, for example, we take the level 3, so we have the 2 external assessments that take place in January. They're either sit-down GCSE style exams, or they are open book research case study type exams where you take in some of your research notes that you've produced previously. Then the remaining units then are broken down into a wide variety of topics. So anything from nutrition to psychology to careers development to injuries. And then we have some of the more practical units like coaching, practical sports, skill acquisition. And in there you'll have practical elements that will be given grades based on practical performance, as well as some theoretical parts. What you have to be aware of, especially if you get to level 3, is the amount of practical does reduce, but the theoretical part of it really is giving you that kind of grounding and understanding in sport that allows you, if you did go off to university, to kind of specialize in an area. So we don't kind of focus on one sort of area. We try and keep it broad. So if you're interested in something like sports therapy, where we do injuries, if you're interested in nutrition, we do the nutrition unit. If you're more into the coaching side, we do the coaching units, etc. So that's generally kind of how the course is laid out. It's a combination of theoretical and practicals. And within the theoretical units as well, we also have presentations where you'll be expected to deliver to either your course tutor, or later on in the year, generally we deliver to the whole group, your whole group. So that's kind of how the main sport provision works. And as I say, it's a study program. So alongside that, depending on what level you're doing and what grade you've got in your GCSE English and Maths, you'll then be, you may have to do English and Maths alongside your course. And that's all dependent on the grades you get. So, if you get a grade 4, then there's no English and Maths. If it's a 3, you resit GCSE. If it's lower than a grade 3, you'll be doing functional skills. And that sort of goes on the days where you're not necessarily in your curriculum sport time. Obviously, we've spoke about the academies as well, so that we make sure that your timetables, and this goes across the board for any curriculum area, it's not just sport. We make sure that the Wednesdays is available for you to be your match days. And then the way that the academy set up their training, they have multiple slots throughout the week, and you can obviously dip in and dip out of them depending on when your timetable allows. And then finally, as Jeffrey said, we have the work experience, which is a vital part. And it's something that, I don't think every college offers. And I think it's really important that, you know, young people get in this vicious circle where when you apply for jobs, you struggle to get the job because you've got no experience, but you can't get the experience because people don't give you the job. So it's kind of this revolving door where you kind of never get that experience. So at level 1 and 2, we offer a 70-hour work experience placement. That's generally done over 2 weeks. We also work with the NCS project, which is a community inspired project where they look at designing a community action project. So last year they looked at developing a food bank, and they worked closely with a food bank and sort of got that going within the local area. So alongside that, you may be going out into more of a sport-based work placement. And then if you do level 3, we do an industry placement, and that's a 45-day placement. And generally we look at doing a block week in October for that, alongside a block week in January, and then you'll have timetabled 1 day a week where you'll be out on your placement. So really it gives you that opportunity, as Jeffrey said, to build that network, to kind of get a really good link. And often if you're turning up every week, you kind of get that really beneficial work placement, rather than kind of the 2-week one which you do at level 1 and 2, where you're kind of in and out quite quickly. By doing it all year, it really gives you that opportunity to sort of take some ownership and take on some additional responsibilities. So yeah, it's basically, like I say, you're looking at curriculum, which is your main bulk of your time, English and maths if you need it. You've got your academies and your training fits in around that, and you've also got your work experience. So, you know, it's a really solid package, and it kind of gives a very rounded student when they're looking at applying for jobs in the future.
Sounds like an exciting study program. Thanks very much for that answer, Phil. So there's some questions that have come through from the parents then. The first question is, can my daughter or son study a BTEC along with an A-level? So I can answer that one. The answer is yes. It's something even my son's looking into doing at the moment, as long as the timetable permits. So for example, Phil was just mentioning about the study program. If you're on a level 3 course, your sessions might be on a Thursday and a Friday. If you're part of the sports academy, your game days on a Wednesday. Your training might be outside of that. So if there's an A level or an AS level that fits on the Monday and Tuesday, then yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, in terms of top Russell Group universities, I mean, the UCAS points, maybe you might need those qualifications at a high level to get into. Generally, most universities accept a good grade in your BTEC extended diploma at level 3. That's equivalent to 3 A levels. So most of the time, it's not necessarily needed to have an A level or an AS level attached. The next question then was, so what academies are there? So I'll go on to Rob to answer this one. Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. Okay, so in terms of academies this year, we've ran, as I mentioned earlier, we've run a netball academy, which was the first time that we was able to run that this year. Again, with great results of them being regional championships, or regional champions, sorry. We've also run our basketball academy. Our basketball academy, again, has run for many years in association with London School of Basketball. Again, as I mentioned earlier, with those guys as well, they were national champions this year. We've also got our football academy, which is probably our most popular academy. You know, that's where we see a lot of our numbers in terms of our academy students. Again, that's an academy that this year is linked with Enfield Borough. Again, we've seen some real good results this year in terms of, and I think, Jonathan, you mentioned it as well, in terms of some of our students from our college stepping up into the Enfield Borough first team and playing at semi-professional level. So those are our 3 main academies for this year. However, we are looking to reintroduce our Mixed Martial Arts Academy for September. We're in the process of looking to recruit an individual to run that program again. We also have an athletics academy as well, which again, we've kind of got big plans for in terms of developing that. We do currently run an athletics academy, but as I say, you know, myself and yourself, Jonathan, we've spoken about expanding that academy. So yeah, we've got a number of academies as well, and this is the one I always tend to forget as well, and I shouldn't forget them because they're also actual national championships, national champions as well. Our esports academy have recently been crowned national champions as well. Again, they went up to Nottingham and they won their competition for esports, and that's pleasing because that's a brand new academy which has only been in existence since September. So yeah, there's quite a lot of academy offers that we do offer at our college.
Sounds really successful, and there is a top-on question to that which sits nicely. So what level are the academies competing at?
Okay, so in terms of where we are academy-wise, every academy that we've got as a minimum, and it's their start point as well, compete in the AOC regional competitions. Now, what I'd say is every college up and down the country, or certainly the vast majority of them, will compete in AOC competitions. The AOC is the Association of Colleges, and as I say, as a basic, we compete in the regional levels. So, for example, this year our netball team was brand new. They competed in a regional competition for only teams in London. In terms of our football team, they do compete in a Category 2 league, which is a regional league. But where we've had built success with our football team over the years is they also compete in a Category 1 football competition where they do compete against all of the best teams from the southeast of England. Again, just to go a little bit further with the football, is this year again for the first time we've actually been offered, or we've been able to see some of our players play at semi-professional level in step 9 of the football pyramid, which again, you know, it's very, very pleasing to see. So that's our football academy. Our basketball academy as well, again, we've got a regional team which compete in Category 2. That's our development squad, and again they compete against regional teams from the London area, and we've also got a CBL team, which again is an invite-only competition, and again we're playing against some of the better teams from the southeast of England, and again, you know, we've worked hard to get our teams into that competition. So yeah, we've entered into a lot of leagues this year across a various different range of levels and areas as well. So yeah, a lot going on.
Thanks, Rob. And it's certainly exciting. We've got with Enfield Borough even an opportunity outside of the general competition associated with the college. Outside of that, they're entered into FA Youth Cup, of course, and EGA leagues, midweek floodlit stadium leagues as well. So there's plenty of opportunity, whether it's during college times or outside college times. So really good. We're going to end there then, but there was one more bit that I just wanted to mention. So it is a really exciting time to be part of the college because our 5-year sports strategy has just been submitted and approved, which basically means that we're going to be able to offer all of our sports academies across the group to 16 to 18-year-olds. And again, whether you study sport or any other program within the group. And the target there is in 5 years to get to 1,000 learners on academy programs. And that's really a realistic target because at the moment we've got probably about 250 on sport academy programs, sport academies across the group. So this is something we're really excited about, and as Rob mentioned earlier, it'll probably propel us to becoming #1 in London. Our target's to become #1 in the country. So a really exciting time if you're joining us next year or in the next 5 years. Our facilities are wonderful, and I think the team are absolutely fantastic. Curriculum, current staff that we've got, whether it's enrichment, sport academy staff, work experience staff. Our learners seem to have a great experience, and it's really kind of welcoming place to be part of as well. So I think we'll end there. I just want to say thank you to everyone that's been on the panel today. Best of luck to new learners on their GCSE results or other results if they're coming through. And we look forward to welcoming you all next academic year if you're joining us. Thanks so much.